What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing another beer from the Founders Brewing Company, and they're headquartered in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and this is their Ultimate Oktoberfest, and this is a part of their barrel-aged series, and this is the 2022 release. So they're calling this one an Imperial German-style Marzen, aged in bourbon barrels. Comes in at 10% alcohol by volume. No IBUs. Listen, time of review. This bottle is approximately 2 months old. So I've had some friends that have had this one recently and they've really enjoyed it. Now I picked this one up, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago, whenever I picked up the beers for all the beers I am reviewing during the official Oktoberfest celebration in Munich, Germany. And this was the one outlier, right? Like it was the one beer that didn't fit with the rest, right? There wasn't a fest beer. It wasn't a regular Marzen. It wasn't like sub 6.5%. So I don't know what to expect from this one. Is it going to taste like an Oktoberfest beer? Maybe, but you're talking about bourbon barrels. You're talking about imperializing at 10%. So at this point, it's just like an Imperial Strong Ale or something, right? Anyways, on the back it says roll out the barrel, the bourbon barrel. That is, we're taking the classic German-style Marzen and kicking it up a notch by adding the smooth, rich flavors that only 9 months in a bourbon barrel can provide. Get out your Lederhosen and prepare for an intense wave of Bavaria Hysteria. Ultimate Oktoberfest is here. Is it though? Settle down, founders. Get out of control. Okay? Just get out of control. Anyway, yeah. This one has been out of the fridge for like a half an hour, so we should be fine. Give it a pour here into the hashtag somewhat proper glassware. We'll give it a full pour here. Yeah, so it has the clarity you expect from a Marzen, an Oktoberfest beer. Cheating a little bit. Yeah, has that beautiful clarity, crystal clear. You can see through it. A lot of carbonation. Has that burnt orange kind of amber-esque color to it. Shout out to Morris going by. It's like 9:30 at night. It's fucking pretty cold outside, but he probably is jacked. I'm just loving life. Anyway, just under a finger of a off-white looking head. Yeah, I mean, it plays the role. If like you had me, there's something like the alcohol legs a little bit, but like, yeah, that kind of looks like so many Marzens that I've consumed this year. It's good nose. So the barrel's there, no doubt. There's vanilla, there's oak, there's actual bourbon. Has like this spicy, peppery bourbon. Shout out to Paul over at PA Brewing, a good friend of mine, fellow beer tuber. Yeah, it's the barrel's there for sure. There's a lot of like burnt caramelized sugars. There's caramel, there's toffee. There's a big breadiness, kind of what you expect from the base style, but it's imperialized, so it's a bit different. But yeah, bready, biscuity, caramel, toffee. Vanilla, again, vanillins pretty much from the barrel. Smells sweet. Sweet and decadent to some degree. It doesn't smell like a pastry beer, but it kind of has like the old school, like barrel-aged, like imperial stouts or like a Scotch ale or something of that nature where it's sweeter, even like a barley wine where it's sweeter, it's a malt forward, you know it's going to have nice, sweet, kind of caramelized sugar flavors. It's kind of what it smells like. It smells pretty good. All right, let's get into it. Cheers, everyone, or should I say, Prost. That first sip, and I've been saying this a lot lately, maybe it's just something I've been honing in on, and like kind of just because I've had them a lot as a kid. I haven't had them in many years, but the bullseye candies, I should say, the swirl of the caramel and like the vanilla, it's the first thing that hit me right as I took a sip. This is fun. This is unique. This is different. Should I be reviewing it, during the official Oktoberfest celebration? Maybe not. I don't know, but I am because it's something different, something that stands out. Buying this one's a little thin, 10%. I'd say touch over medium. It's not thick and syrupy. Not that I necessarily want to be because of the style. So while it's thin for a 10% beer, I think stylistically, if you're going to imperialize a Marzen or an Oktoberfest beer in general, I think I'd want a body like this where it's a little bit over medium, so it's not too big. The mouthfeel, crisp, spritzy on the palate, has a nice kind of smooth finish to it. Yeah, real smooth. Nice. The taste, I like that you can get the barrel. The barrel's there for sure. The base beer gets a little bit lost outside of that caramel. There's like right at the front of the tongue, I'm hit with the malt character you would get typically from a Märzen. There's a bready, biscuity, caramel toffee thing happening. Slightly toasted as well. It's right at the front of the palate. It hits you instantly, but like dissolves almost immediately. It's like it pops in and out. As it passes through, that's where like the barrel starts coming in and more of what you expect from a bourbon barrel aged beer. The vanilla comes in, the oak tannins, the spirit itself. It starts intertwining with the remnants of like the caramel and toffee to give you that bullseye kind of flavor. It finishes semi-dry with a mild bitterness. This is not that bitter. But I also don't think it's overly sweet. Like it leans to the sweeter side of things, but it's not like crazy sweet or anything. It just has a little bit of sweetness to it. You know, it's a 10% barrel-aged Imperial Märzen. It probably should lean sweet, honestly. Again, more of a dryness than a bitterness. It has like a semi-dry kind of oak tannin dryness. The bitterness, mild, maybe a touch, maybe mild to moderate, but more to the mild side of things. It hides the booziness on the palate quite well. Like there's not a big boozy punch on the palate. Big warming in the chest though. My chest is, I wouldn't say necessarily on fire, but it's definitely toasty. This is really nice. Is this beer necessary? I guess is the better way. And I know a lot of purists out there would probably look at this and just be like, no, it's not. Then you have other people who don't give a shit and are like, yeah, whatever. For me, I think it's fine to release something like this. Like so many people go nuts about like, oh, you know, keep to tradition and this and that. You know how many fucking other Oktoberfest beers out there? And there's so many local, like if I go to my local bottle shop, there's 20, 30, 40, 50 different Oktoberfest. There's authentic German Oktoberfest there. There's local ones. There's regional and national breweries doing them. And they're all doing some kind of, you know, fest beer or Oktoberfest. There's a couple that have done like a foeder-aged fest beer, foeder-aged Märzen. But something like this is fine. I think it's outside the box. It's kind of different. But I'm not going to sit here and compare it to a regular Märzen Oktoberfest because it's not. This is stylistically, this is like an American strong, bourbon barrel aged American strong ale. That's kind of where it is because you get. I mean, it's generic in the style, but does it really matter? I guess it depends on who cares. I guess you know what I mean. Whoever's drinking this, I guess it matters to them. To me, it doesn't matter all that much. But I do enjoy this. To me, it's not mind-blowing. I feel like my other beer tubing friends have probably liked this one a little bit more than me. I think the flavors are nice. It's not overly complex, and it's pretty drinkable. But nothing here is like wowing me. Nothing's like blowing my socks off. Like it's just really good. This is a nice sipper of a beer, and I enjoy it. So Ultimate Oktoberfest, a part of their barrel aged series. This is the 2022 release. I have no problems at giving this one a high 4 out of 5. We'll go 4.1 out of 5. That's what we'll do. 4.1 out of 5. Not much more than that. I would say as far as price and availability goes, wherever you see Founder stuff, you probably should have already seen this one. I can't imagine places that do see Founders beers don't see like a lot of the barrel aged series. I mean, it's funny. KBS used to be, 6-7 years ago here in the Buffalo, New York area, used to be one of those beers you'd seek out, show up every show up every spring, and people would wait in line. I mean, I've waited in line for KBS before just to get a 4-pack. Now it's basically a shelf turd. You see KBS all over the place on the shelves, and you can buy it whenever. So a beer like this, even though it's a seasonal here in the fall, you should probably be able to grab this one wherever. And price point, in my neck of the woods, this was $16 a 4-pack. I think I paid like $4.09 for that bottle, which is a good price for a 10% barrel-aged beer, especially aged for 9 months in bourbon barrels. $4 a bottle is fine. In your neck of the woods might be a little bit more expensive, maybe a little less expensive, but that's kind of the going rate in general. I would say anywhere between like $14 and $20 for this 4-pack, which I'm fine with. Yeah, if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. I'd like to know what you thought about this one. I think it's really good, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I've had other beers like this before. And yeah, it's not anything special to me per se, but I do dig it and I do enjoy it. I think this was fun to kind of throw this in the mix when I'm drinking so many other fest beers and Märzens. Like it's fun to kind of, flip the switch and be like, hey, a little bit different over here. So anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Prost.